Understanding the Red Ajah 1. Origin story. Trauma baked into the foundation. The Red Ajah is a direct psychological scar from the breaking of the world. After Luz therein and the 100 companions sealed the Dark One, Saidin was tainted. Male channelers didn't just go mad, they destroyed the world while doing it. Civilizations collapsed. Continents cracked. Entire populations vanished. So when the White Tower formed, the question wasn't should we deal with male channelers? It was how do we survive them? The Red Ajah became the Tower's immune system, aggressive, uncompromising, and willing to amputate limbs to save the body. Their founding logic was brutally simple: every male channeler is a ticking apocalypse. No nuance. No exceptions. No but what if is nice. 2. Core philosophy. Fear, control, authority. At its heart, the Red Ajah believes three things. Saidin is irredeemable. Men who channel will always go mad. Delay equals catastrophe. This creates a worldview where mercy equals negligence, debate equals weakness, power equals preemptive control. Unlike the Blue Ajah or the Brown Ajah, the Reds deal in certainty. They don't ask if someone is dangerous. They assume it. And because they're often right, eventually, the Tower lets them get away with a lot. That's how fear becomes authority. 3. Methods. Clinical, relentless, and cold. Red Ajah operations are intentionally impersonal. Locate male channeler, capture, gentle move on, no warders, because bonding men was considered emotionally compromising. Attachment clouds judgment. Judgment gets people killed. This is important. The Red Ajah trained themselves to not see men as people, but as weapons that malfunction. That emotional distance is a feature, not a bug. 4. Political power. The quiet hand on the wheel. Here's where things get dangerous. Because the Red Ajah's mission is existential, they are tolerated when abusive, trusted when authoritarian, deferred to during crises over centuries. This turned them into the unofficial internal security force of the Tower kingmakers and a Merlin breakers, experts at leveraging fear to pass policy. They didn't rule openly, they ruled by implication. Do you really want to be soft on male channelers? That sentence alone could end careers. 5. How it goes wrong. From safeguards to obsession. The Red Ajah's greatest weakness is confirmation bias. Every male channeler eventually goes mad, therefore, any suffering inflicted beforehand is justified. This is how you get overreach, paranoia, preemptive punishment, political purges disguised as safety. The Ajah slowly stops asking is this necessary? And only asks why hasn't this been done yet? 6. Key figures. Elaida du Avrini Aroyhan, the embodiment of Red Ajah hubris. Absolute certainty, zero self-doubt, sees herself as the pattern's chosen instrument. Elaida doesn't think she's wrong. Wrongness doesn't exist in her mental framework. Her tragedy is that she genuinely believes tyranny is responsibility. She's what happens when fear is crowned. Galina Kasban, the logical extreme. Cruel, power-hungry, secretly black Ajah. Galina shows how the Red Ajah's structure can be hijacked by someone who enjoys control, not just fears chaos. She didn't twist Red philosophy, she exploited it. Tsutama Wrath, the true believer. Not insane, not power-drunk, just utterly convinced. She represents the everyday Red sister who keeps the machine running without ever questioning whether the machine should exist in its current form. Pevara Tazanovny. Pevara is the crack in the Red Ajah's armor. Intelligent, reflective, willing to revise assumptions. She starts asking the forbidden question: what if control isn't the same as safety? Her later arc shows the Red Ajah can evolve, but only through painful self-examination, something the Ajah historically avoids. Sirin Vayu, a reminder that Red Ajah dominance isn't new. Former a Merlin, ruthless, politically efficient. She proves that Elaida wasn't an anomaly, she was a recurrence. 7. Big picture. What the Red Ajah really is. Strip away the robes and rhetoric, and the Red Ajah is a trauma response institutionalized, a philosophy built on preventing yesterday's apocalypse, a warning about what happens when fear outlives the threat that created it. They were necessary. They were effective. And they became dangerous. Not because they were evil, but because they stopped believing they could be wrong.